Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about my life pre-travel blogging. As I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys might not know that before I became a full-time blogger, I spent many years as an English teacher. So, why would I want to talk about becoming an English teacher right now in the middle of a global pandemic? Well, actually, I got thinking about it the other day, and a lot of people have lost their jobs recently. A lot of people have lost their jobs, a lot of people are looking for new jobs, some people are thinking of changing careers, some people, like bloggers, are thinking of pivoting and trying new things. So I actually started thinking that right now, it might actually become a really good time to become a qualified TEFL teacher, teaching English as a foreign language teacher, and you could either teach online or start applying for jobs overseas in places like Japan, South Korea, Thailand, Taiwan, Italy, France, Spain, and many others. So once travel restrictions actually get lifted, you could potentially move abroad and live abroad for a year or two as an English teacher and have one of the best experiences of your life. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to tell you guys about my experiences as an English teacher in South Africa, in Kenya, in Ireland, and South Korea, why I loved it so much, and exactly how you guys too, if you like, can get qualified to become an English teacher and potentially move abroad. When I was just 18 years old, I actually moved to South Africa for 1 year to teach English and economics in a rural school there. I was living in a small township about 4 hours north of Johannesburg, and the job was pretty tough, if I'm honest. The school was very rural and very underfunded, which meant there was no computers, no photocopiers, very little resources, not enough space for all the students that attended, which means people had to share tables and chairs. And in some of my classes, I had up to 96 students. Teaching in South Africa was an amazing experience and one that I will never forget. That year really did help shape my future career and also probably my life. I went back to Dublin and I started university, and for those 4 years that I was in university in Dublin, every single summer I would go and teach, either at home or abroad. So I signed up to some English camps in Dublin and I would teach English to Spanish, Italian and French kids. And one summer I actually went overseas again with 2 friends from university. We went to Kenya for a summer and we taught English at a remote school there. We had some pretty crazy adventures such as hitchhiking, fighting crocodiles, staying on a deserted island in Uganda, and meeting some pretty famous Ugandan basketball players. The thing is, I've actually always loved the idea of being a teacher, passing on your knowledge and your learning skills and hopefully making a small difference to the lives of others. So once I graduated from university, which I did with an honours degree in journalism, I decided I was going to go spend another year as a teacher. So I moved to South Korea, a country I knew very little about, and I was a little bit scared, to be honest. I didn't know anything about the Korean language, how to speak it, how to read it, and I didn't know a single person living in South Korea. Regardless of that, I made the decision and I spent 1 whole year living in South Korea as an English teacher, and I quickly fell in love with South Korea. I fell in love with the language, the people, the culture, and of course, the food. My students were the perfect mix of cheeky and charming, and I really enjoyed my classes, which were nice and small, about 6 to 12 people in a class. Okay, so I just found this book, We Love You, Janet Teacher, and I thought I would read you some of the letters that my students gave me because they totally just warmed my heart. Hi Janet Teacher, this is Hannah. This is Wednesday, you'll go to Ireland, and we can't see you again. You always teach us, make us laugh, so I write this letter. I will miss you. Bye bye. From Hannah. Dear Janet Teacher, hello, I'm Brittany, C1 Kim. I am very sad that you will go back to Ireland. On Friday, you will give me and Hannah on sweet ice cream and jelly. That was really delicious. Thank you very much. When you go back to Ireland, you're going to attend a graduate school, right? I believe you can do it very well. Good luck. I really want to go to university. And then I will make rich, handsome boyfriend. That's my goal. I wish we meet again. At the end, thank you for your teaching. I can learn many things. Love you. I really miss you. Dear Brittany. Hello, Janet Teacher. I'm Chelsea. I am so sorry that you will leave. Please don't go, teacher. So sad. We will miss you. When we study in school, I think you will be a really great woman. Seriously, you are a great person. You can hear others talk seriously, and you consider others. So your friends should be thankful for you, because you're their friend. However, me, I'm so sad. When you go back to Ireland, do remember me. I love you, and be careful of your health. So cute! I mean, how can you not love teaching when you get letters like that when you finish? And one other super important thing that happened in South Korea was I actually founded my travel blog, Journalist on the Run. It was while living in Korea and experiencing this super unique, different, crazy expat life that I decided I should share my experiences with others, and my travel blog quickly grew to the blog it is today. A blog that has totally changed my life, allowed me to travel for the last 10 years, allowed me to travel full-time for the last 5 years, and turned from a hobby into a career. It's kind of crazy when you think about these little decisions that you make and how much of an impact they can have on your life. So back to my original question about if now is actually a good time to become a qualified TEFL teacher, and if so, why? Well, right now the demand for online English teachers is skyrocketing because everyone is locked in their homes around the world. And often the only qualifications they require is to be a native English teacher, have a degree from any university, and to have some sort of TEFL qualification. Secondly, while we can't travel right now and there's a lot of travel bans by governments of countries around the world, I do think that once these travel bans are lifted and we are allowed to travel again, I think the demand for TEFL teachers around the world is going to increase. If you think about it, countries that would have been recruiting for these last 2 or 3 months haven't been able to recruit at all. So normally South Korea would recruit hundreds, if not thousands, of TEFL teachers every single year, and right now they probably haven't been able to recruit anyone. The same goes for Taiwan, for Japan, for China, for Italy, for Spain, all of these countries that haven't been able to recruit people because school has been closed. The minute schools reopen, there's going to be a huge surge in recruitment for TEFL teachers. Like I said earlier, when I was teaching in South Korea, all I needed for the job was to be a native English speaker, to have a degree from any university, and to have a 120-hour TEFL certificate. Which brings me to my next point, which is about getting that all-important TEFL certificate. Because so many people are at home right now and people have a lot of free time, a lot of the online TEFL companies are offering huge discounts for people looking to get qualified to teach TEFL. So some of the ones I've noticed, like tefl.ord, which is the biggest and most respected UK-based company for TEFL certification, is offering up to 50% off of their 120-hour TEFL courses right now for people that are looking to get qualified. These TEFL courses are amazing. I did one a good few years ago. It's all online. You have all these course modules that are easy to follow, and you can do it in your own time frame. They normally take about 10 to 12 weeks to complete, but the TEFL company, like tefl.org, will actually allow you 6 months to complete it. So if you're working full-time and you only have free time in the evenings or at the weekends, you should still have enough time to complete it. And I think right now everyone does have a lot of free time, so 6 months should be plenty of time for you to get TEFL certified, and hopefully things will start to open up a bit. We'll be allowed to travel again, and potentially you could go and be an English teacher overseas. There's also a huge demand in the Middle East, I've heard, and they pay really good money there if you wanted to go live there for a year or two. If you guys do want to check out that TEFL certification, I'm going to put a link in the description below to tefl.org, and you can check out their 120-hour certificate. They've actually given me a discount code of 50%, like I said. So all you need to do is type in Janet20 and you should get a 50% discount off your 120-hour TEFL course. So what's next for me and this travel YouTube channel and my travel blog? Honestly, I don't really know. I'm not really in the mood for making travel content right now, as I don't know when I'm going to be able to travel again. And I think a lot of people are at home and feeling quite frustrated and probably not in the mood for travel content. I do have a new YouTube channel, which is called Social Media Growth Hacks, so you can check that out, where I'm teaching people how to grow on social media, how to start a travel blog, how to start a YouTube, and how to make some money along the way. Thinking and pivoting and working on a few different projects, but I definitely think that I would always consider going back to teaching, whether that would be in South Korea or potentially maybe in Taiwan. And it's always sort of a backup plan for me. And it kind of feels nice knowing that there is another career out there for me, and I don't have to force myself to be a blogger and stay a blogger and make money through blogging. There's other career paths that I would enjoy just as much. Whew. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video all about learning how to become an English teacher and my own personal experiences teaching around the world. It was really fun going down memory lane with you guys. I kind of like miss my students, especially the ones in South Africa and South Korea. They were just, like I said, the perfect mix of cheeky and charming, and I really do miss them actually. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video entertaining, and I'll see you guys for my next video.